Now let's bring in Mike Davis of the Article 3 Project. Welcome back, Mike. It's good to see you again. We talked a lot about this Dobbs leak at the time that it happened. Remember, Chief Justice Roberts vowed to get to the bottom of it. I would think, given the small, it's sort of not a huge staff to have to investigate. What's taking so long?
That's a good question. It doesn't seem like there would be too many suspects here. I think it would be one of each of the 9 Supreme Court justices has 4 law clerks. So it would be 36 law clerks, and presumably was one of the law clerks from the 3 Democrat-appointed justices. So you should have a universe between 12 is the most realistic universe, maybe 36 if we want to pretend like that it was a Republican law clerk who did it, which it wasn't. So it should be a small universe. You interview them, you get their records, you take statements under oath, you depose them if you have to, and if they'll either break or lie, and it shouldn't be that hard to figure this out.
So I suspect that we will never have accountability for that. What do you think?
Well, I mean, these law clerks have left. You could still find out who did this. I clerk for Justice Gorsuch. I've had 0 discussions with any justice, any law clerk, any staffer about this investigation on purpose because I don't want to get dragged into it. It is surprising to me, very surprising to me, that not more has been done. This was a devastating leak that led to illegal obstruction campaigns against Supreme Court justices and their families. It led to justices and their families being taken to safe houses. It led to an assassination attempt against Justice Gorsuch, his wife Ashley, and their 2 teenage daughters. So they have to get to the bottom of this. And if I've said all along that the FBI should stay out of this, but if the Supreme Court marshal can't get to the bottom of this, maybe they need to bring in other law enforcement to get to the bottom of this.
Well, yes, but that also pivots us to the next topic with the former president, Donald Trump, and the FBI and the situation with the National Archives. And I just want to get your general take on that. I mean, I'm not sure the FBI is going to come in and really do a thorough investigation of the Supreme Court either. I mean, I think with what we're seeing, it's just harder and harder to have faith in our federal law enforcement. What do you make of the situation with raiding the former president's home based on this quote-unquote disagreement with the National Archives?
Well, to the Supreme Court, I would bring in the U.S. Marshals, who already work hand in glove with the federal judiciary to handle the Supreme Court leak. I would assist. So that's number one. This FBI raid of former President Trump's home and office is a red line that the Biden Justice Department, Attorney General Merrick Garland, have crossed. This was completely unnecessary. It's likely an unlawful warrant. They went to a judge who is clearly biased. The Constitution requires that you go to an impartial magistrate. They didn't do that here. The former President Trump, when he left office, he's still the commander-in-chief. When he's leaving, he's still the president of the United States. And if he took records with him when he left, those are declassified by his actions. The president of the United States has the authority under the Constitution and under statute to declassify any record he wants. So if he left with records, they're declassified. And he didn't pack his own damn boxes. That's every president leaves the White House with boxes. Right. And this is a dispute that should have been resolved between the bureaucrats at the National Archives and the lawyers for the office of the former president. The federal government gives these former presidents, they give them an office space, they give them staff, they give them security clearances, they give them secure facilities or SCIFs. They give them access to classified materials. There is no allegation or evidence that anything that President Trump had was going to get into the wrong hands. This was a political hit by Attorney General Merrick Garland.
Like you said, he didn't pack his own boxes, and the former president also pointed out that his predecessor, Barack Obama, has some 30 million documents sent to himself in Chicago. So there's that. Well, thank you, Mike Davis. It's good to see you. Also, I do think the U.S. Marshals would be an interesting group to get involved there in the Supreme Court investigation. You're probably right about that. Thanks, Mike.
Thank you.